Welcome to Thoughts for Growth, a 3 to 15 minute program to inspire, motivate, and or provoke you to see life differently. Brought to you by K-Wave 6 Radio every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday. Now, here's your host.
There's a better way, there's a better way. Take one step back and say there's a better way, there's a better way.
Good morning. This is Kirk Spencer, your host of K-Wave 6 Radio. Since yesterday's podcast, I've been thinking about a subject and I've got more questions than I have answers. So if you want to answer back through email, by all means, please do so. But I have this question about why do we fight? Is it okay to fight? It's one of those things of we seem to glorify fighting. We have superheroes. Well, of course, we didn't have superheroes, there would be no need for fighting. Or maybe if we didn't have any fights, we wouldn't need superheroes. Of course, I'm talking about movies and stuff like that. We glorify fighting in movies, we glorify it in books. I just watched this last edition of 300, forget the exact title, but they glorify it. You know, they slow motion slashing through a body and seeing the blood flying slowly through the air. There's a big deal about what's going on in the Middle East. And then there's the subject of whether or not it's a double standard. And I've never heard, except for back in the 1990s, when there was the big issue about giving land for peace, and how it was in cartoon, it was a chief, American Indian chief, talking to the then Prime Minister of Israel, saying, "Don't give land for peace, it doesn't work." And you've never heard that really discussed in the open. In the world we live in, most of the world has been colonized and remains so. Because if you notice, all of these quote third world countries are the ones have been colonized, and we are the beneficiaries of colonization by, we go in and we take what we want, and we give them a small amount of money, just enough to live, and then we talk about how poor the people are. Then we're told, we should support the poor. You get the idea. There is a cycle going on here. The cycle is we go in, we take what we want, we leave them poor, hapless, and then we create charitable organizations, and the charitable organizations usually take, on the average, if you check them out, about 80% of what you're giving, so it still stays with those who are supposedly helping. And then we wonder why people fight. We're fighting for ourselves. We're defending ourselves. I'm thinking as one who lives that way. They are defending themselves. They're defending their communities. They're defending their culture. They just want to live, but the aggressors are the ones who are, as the expression goes, whitewashed. The aggressors are, okay, we're not going to talk about how bad they are. You can hear this from the past Israeli Gaza, you want to call it a 60-day or 50-day war, fine. There was no talk about Gazans standing trial for bombing Israel, but Israel is being, or people want to take Israel for defending itself. The Native Americans, they want to put them on reservations, but they did. This goes on all around the world. We go to Africa, supposedly to help, but you notice all these strange viruses are coming out of Africa? But we're talking about, oh, those people don't live like us. They're people. They have lives. They have community. And they're just trying to live like everybody else. But our hopeful organizations go there to help. And what comes out of these countries? Ebola, AIDS, who knows what else. So, question is, why do people fight? I'll leave you with that decision. Before I close today, just want to remind that tomorrow we are being live on Blog Talk Radio. That is our once-a-week interview show. So if you want more information about that, make sure you tune in to the blog either later today or tomorrow morning at the latest, and you will find out more information and the direct link to our live broadcast. Take care. Have a wonderful day. Thank you for listening to today's Thoughts for Growth episode. Keep up with what's new on K-Wave 6 Radio by following our blog, following us on Twitter, and liking us on Facebook. All available at www.kwave6, that's the number 6, radio.tk. Again, www.kwave6radio.tk, or if you prefer, www.kwave6radio.wordpress.com.